Welcome to the Triumphant Magazine show, where we feature people that are doing extraordinary things unapologetically. And today we are fortunate to have on our show Brent Jones. He is actually a gospel artist. He has multiple Stellar Awards. He also has a Grammy Award, and he's contemporary R&B gospel artist. Brent Jones actually brought several magnificent songs to us. Open Your Mouth and Say Something, Don't Wait to Midnight, and then also Faith Over Fear, just to name a couple of the songs. So at this time, Brent Jones, we would like to say thank you for being on the Triumphant Magazine show, and we would like for you to take a moment to introduce yourself to our audience, please.
What's up, everybody? Wow. Triumphant Magazine.
Yes.
Triumphant Magazine. You got to put that F in there with the PH. Yes.
That's it.
I thank God for you. Thank you for including your boy and in all the amazing things that you guys are doing in the industry of music. And so I'm Brent Jones. I'm from Southern California, born and raised in Los Angeles County and Orange County. In my home, Orange County, if you watch the Orange County Housewives, I think those were the first housewives. And then we started getting every other city. But I think Orange County was the original. But yeah, thank you.
The original.
I'm Brent Jones from LA. I love Jesus. I love music. I fell in love with music before I fell in love with Jesus. But it's music that brought me to Jesus. And so, and here I am. I just feel like I'm just still representing him through music and all that I do with my new foundation with my young people. And thank you so much for having me on this platform.
Of course, we wouldn't have it any other way. And I just want to just tell you that you are making a significant difference. Brent Jones, you and I met each other, I want to say 2 years ago, maybe 2019.
Yeah.
I still have your same CD in my car. So as I'm going from one place to the next place, I'm listening to your CD. So
that's a pretty good sign. That's a pretty good sign. It's still in the CD changer for 2 years. That's what's up.
That is what's up. Brent Jones, all the way. So at this time, could you tell us how you began your journey worldwide?
I was like the real radical choir director in my county in Southern Cal, in Orange County, California. I was the dude that brought all the high energy songs to choirs. I was absolutely enamored with Ricky Dillard and his whole directing style and the way New G, his choir sang. And I was like, wow, that needs to be a church. And so I was the choir director that kind of did that with, and but then I saw in the midst of me being that choir director, I saw a need for music that would get the ear of people who did not go to church. So as much as I was enjoying church and being a minister of music and a choir director, I knew there was a need for music for people who weren't checking for church, who walked past church every Sunday, who said, okay, there was those church people, but we're not going in for whatever reason. So being in Southern California, we didn't have a lot of gospel stations in LA. LA was not the gospel city at all. And so I heard a lot of R&B and hip hop. That was kind of like my genre of music that I heard.
Wow.
And so I started writing songs that fit that genre. People who listen to hip hop and R&B are the kinds of songs that I wrote. So I formed a group called the TP Mobb.
That's it, TP Mobb.
And this is, oh my goodness, I was young, oh my God, so young as a kid. I can't believe I was a leader of anything at that age, but God gave me the favor and the grace to do it. And we started, and my audition was not that you could sing well. That was not my audition.
I love that.
My audition was, okay, can you perform? I need to see you dance. I need to see you sing and perform. So I wasn't looking just for that one who can sing all the runs and do all the highs and lows. It was about what entertained me.
That's
You know, entertain me, keep my attention. And so
That's
that was the
it.
audition. We did the audition. A whole bunch of people came out because remember, I was the popular choir director, so everybody knew me. They knew my creative mind, kind of.
And
And
you're
so
very
the school knew.
creative.
Yeah, this is before social media. I mean, I
Wow.
put out a flyer. You know, I was
Wow.
going to beaches and skating rinks and malls and
Oh my goodness.
YMCA's and Boys and Girls Clubs and whatever, you know,
I
look,
love it.
I need y'all to come. This group was going to be lit. It wasn't even called the TP Mob. It was
Wow.
called the Total Praise, which is TP, Singers.
Wow.
Because I was kind of scared for the name to be too radical. You know, I didn't want to scare people. I mean, I wanted to get people's attention, but I didn't want to scare people. So we were called the Total Praise Singers. But nobody knew the total. People kind of thought, oh, it's going to be you know, another gospel group in which it's going to be very who can sing the best and all that. But it wasn't.
No.
It was
shocked them.
who could be the most entertaining. And so we put together the group, and I started writing songs, and the songs just came. They just came to me. You know, I wanted to get the attention of people who didn't go to church, but I wanted to keep the attention of people who were used to church. And so the first single, Good Time, wow, that was a sample from the Isley Brothers.
Oh, he said from the Isley Brothers.
It was an Isley Brothers sample, and I just, me and the producer at the time, we just kind of twisted some of the chords, added the sample. I wrote the lyrics, did all the vocal arrangements, and the song is good. It's called Good Time. So you need to go right on YouTube now. You can go on YouTube now. Back in the day, we didn't have YouTube. So go on YouTube now. You could actually see our first video. I'm walking around young 20s, you know, being cool and swaggy and, you know, all that stuff. But the song just broke down doors. When I tell you the doors that were breaking down, we started doing real ministry on the street. And I'm not just talking about a lot of the stereotypical streets. A lot of times when you say street, people already think of some kind of the hood or the ghetto or whatever. Let me tell you, we were in Beverly Hills, we were in Hollywood Hills, we were in LA called the Melrose District. And we were being hired to do music for these opening stores, you know, on Rodeo Drive, you know, and we were the entertainment. We started doing birthday parties. The first House of Blues, you guys have heard of the House of Blues, the first House of Blues in West Hollywood. We were the first act to do the House of Blues in West Hollywood. And the people went crazy. They thought we were gonna have on choir robes and you know, do our thing, but no, we came in Cross Colors and Carl Kanai and FUBU and all the hip hop gear back in the 90s. And man, they were blown away.
Their mind.
We gave them Jesus. It wasn't preachy, but we gave them Jesus. And so I always did original music. I wrote original music. We were not doing covers of other people's things. We were doing original music, and God just started opening doors and doors and doors. And doors. Yeah.
And then I love your obedience. Like you said, you took it beyond the four doors. Because like you said, some people are not coming inside the church. So how do I reach those out there? And you did a great job, an excellent job going out there, like you said. And you made yourself approachable, because like you said, some people, they so used to us wearing suits and nice dresses, and they don't know how to approach us.
Right. Don't want to approach us because they have on jeans and a hoodie. And as you can see, that's where I'm comfortable. I got on my hoodie, you know, and you know, Southern California is a very casual atmosphere anyway. So it's just natural for me to, you know, to be casual, you know. I love my most favorite place in the world is being at any beach, you know. So me and the ocean, we just have this love affair, and I don't want to get over it. I really don't.
I know the beach is everything.
Everything. You know, you Florida, you get it, you know.
That's it. The beach is everything.
Everything.
But I love it because like even like when I met you 2 years ago, when you came down for Black History Month, which was February, and I believe they had it over there in Ormond Beach. And you didn't bring like your own group with you. You actually used the people there. So tell us a little bit about that if you don't mind.
I think it's important,
Yes.
for me, it's important to leave yourself as opposed to just to take yourself.
Yes.
When you leave yourself, you take the people who are there, you pour into them and everything that God gives you. And I think that's most important. I love doing concerts and flying in and bringing my band and bringing my singers and,
Yes.
you know, being whisked to the stage and then whisked back to the green room and then whisked back to the hotel. But my most favorite thing,
yes,
is when you bring me in for a workshop,
yes,
where I can spend a couple of days with you as a soprano, as an alto, as a tenor, and I can look in your face. I can hear the way you sing. I can help you with some of those, you know, music industry things. I can
yes,
talk to you about ministry. You can talk to me about what's going on in your music ministry, musical life, your music career. You can
yes.
talk to me what's going on with your family. I can pray for you.
I
We
love
can
it.
touch and agree. That's my most favorite. I actually feel like I'm being a pastor when I do that, you
That's
know,
it.
and I love that, you know. So when you bring me to a city, like when I came to Florida, they took me to what was the university? Cookman.
Oh,
And
Bethune. Okay, Bethune.
yeah, and
Bethune
you know, I got to
University.
sit in a class, in a music class, and you know, the students were singing, doing some of their recitals, if you will.
Yes.
And then I got to be, they gave me like 45 minutes just to be able to talk about the industry.
Wow.
And, you know, some of those students still call me or text me
I
now.
bet.
And that's what I love doing.
I
You know, that's
bet.
what I love doing. And so as I retire off the stage, and I don't know when that's going
Yes.
to be,
Yeah.
my thing is I've started a nonprofit where I'm able to pour into specifically middle school and high school kids who are serious about being in the music industry.
Awesome.
Vocal lessons, piano, theory, stage presence,
Wow.
songwriting, production, all those things. And so
That's
that's what I want to do. And so even as I'm still on the stage, I love doing that. I love it.
Right. And what's the name of your nonprofit organization?
The Fire, Fire, and it's we just kind of technically launching now, but I've been doing the Fire for 5 years now.
That's it.
I actually have an album ready for you guys to hear this year. COVID-19 just kind of stopped everything, but these kids are from, wow. My youngest kid is probably 12.
Oh, 12.
And my oldest kid is 19. And I wrote songs specifically for them. They are not all gospel, but they are all positive life living songs.
That's it.
And age appropriate. They're hip hop, they're pop, they're R&B. Awesome. And man, I can't wait till you hear my babies.
Listen, we can't wait to hear your baby. I'll be riding in that one for another 2-3 years.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Yes.
The name of it, you said, is Fired Up?
The Fire.
The Fire of the Fire. Okay.
Awesome. The Fire. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
I can't wait.
It'll be something like Brent Jones presents The Fire, you know.
I can't wait.
These kids, oh my God, you know, everything from, you know, Afrobeat to, you know, pop to R&B and of course hip hop. So it's everything that's positive, and our kids of color are doing it. And
that's it.
I love seeing that.
I love it. And like you said, it's nothing more like pouring back into our youth, because our youth, they're not only our present, but they're also our future.
Yeah.
I commend you for doing that.
Yeah, we got to keep on teaching kids how to sing. We can't just stop and, you know, I love hip hop, but they can't just rap. No, they got to sing. You know, there's something to singing. I get notices announcements every month looking for a 10 to 12-year-old for a big production who can sing and dance. Wow. So if we're not teaching our kids how to sing and dance anymore, guess what they do? Oh, well, we'll go to the other people. And I'm not, no shade.
Listen, you're telling the truth. You're being honest.
But if they're calling for singing and dancing and we're just rapping, we're going to miss out on huge opportunities in the entertainment industry.
I love it. That's powerful, just what you said.
Yeah, we got to keep on doing. You know, I grew up where you started in the children's choir, then you went to the teenage choir, and then you went to the young adult choir, and then you got to the adult choir. It was that whole evolution of, and if you think about it, that was almost school. That was school. You were going through school. The things that you learned in the children's choir, you took those things and you went to the teen choir. You learned some things in the teen choir that you took into the young adult choir, and then so on. You know, we gotta keep on doing that, y'all. You know, we gotta keep on doing that. And what do we learn? We learn rhythm. We learn stage presence. We learn how to stand. We learn how to breathe properly. We learn how to sing in pitch. We got to hear pitch. We got to know how to match pitch. We got to learn harmony, singing with other parts going on. Y'all, people are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to do that at a university level every single day. We got it for free at choir rehearsal.
Say that again.
At choir rehearsal. We got it at choir rehearsal. Rhythm, clapping on 2 and 4. We just thought we was praising. No, we were being taught rhythm.
They were training us at an early age. How they say train up a child and the way they go. They weren't apart from it, that they was training us.
Right. So that's what my foundation is all about. My nonprofit is all about, The Fire. You guys will be hearing more about it, especially this year. I'm really excited about it. And a lot of times life happens and I put it on the shelf, but it's my heart. You know, it's just seeing those young people do amazing things and be positive and not cussing and being stupid and but being good. You know, you gotta be good. You know, you gotta be good. You can't walk up to and go into an audition and say, "Oh, I love Jesus." No. They don't care about that. You gotta be good.
Absolutely.
You got to be good. So that's what we're teaching here at the Fire. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I could see you going around to different states doing that.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan.
It's going to be awesome. Now, if somebody's interested, and we're going to go back over it later, but just since we're talking about that, if somebody's interested in you doing a workshop, like what we just mentioned, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Well, you know, I'm such an open book, but go to my website. Okay. Go to BrentJonesSound.com. BrentJonesSound.com. Okay. You can leave your information there. All of my social media platforms. Instagram is Brent Jones Music. Okay. So at Brent Jones Music. Leave me a message on Facebook, just private message me. And then my phone number, area code 310-740-6429. I'm an open book. I tell everybody, you can give Satan my phone number because I know how to deal with him too. I know how to deal with Satan, you know. So 310 area code 740-6429.
Awesome.
Brent Jones Music, that's IG. Brent Jones is Facebook. And my website, BrentJonesSound.com. You know, just hit me up. Let me know what's up. I'm really booked. It's crazy because everybody's kind of like, Brent, we don't know if we can do it because of COVID. So everyone's kind of just watching and see where the numbers are going to be. Yeah. But yeah, I want to come to you this year. This is a good year for me to come.
You're going to come to Florida because we're going to get you here soon.
Okay,
very soon.
Yeah.
So we're going to work on that.
Going to Vegas in 2 weeks, going to Kansas City, going to Alaska this year. Hopefully before COVID, I was going to Japan, South Africa, Italy. So it's a whole bunch of places that we get into this year. So man, I want to come. And I'm affordable. Yo, I'm affordable.
You are affordable. And I can also say about you, you will get back in touch with people too. You will get back in touch with these.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
The next question I have for you is you encourage, you motivate, and you also inspire others. Who takes the time to do the same for you?
You know who really does it for me?
Yes.
And I guess it took me 29 years. Well, I just did not discover this.
Right.
But who's been doing it during this COVID season, which has been a difficult season for me, by the way, is my wife.
Wow.
My wife has been cheerleading me, slapping me upside the head, not allowing me to be in a stupor, reminding me to be thankful. I mean, real talk, you know, what have you praised him for today? What have you thanked him for today?
I love it.
You know, and sometimes I don't want to hear it. It's like, Okay, you're right. Let me lift my hands. You know, and we laugh about it, but it's
But it's
so
the truth.
it's
It's the truth.
fundamentally true.
Mhm.
In all things,
Yes.
give thanks. You know, I just had a conversation before we got doing this interview. We had a conversation with my grown daughter who lives in Chicago, went to school there and stayed and is making a beautiful life for herself. I'm very
Yeah.
proud of her. She just recently got engaged.
Oh,
I am
wow.
so proud of her. But for my daughter, my grown daughter, to still want to be in contact with her daddy
That's a
and
blessing.
kind of tell me what's going on with her and some of her difficulties, some of her challenges in life. And
Yes.
I can kind of suggest some things. And, you know, I love that. I love our relationship.
I know that's right.
You know, I think, you know, that's really important. So to inspire me, my baby girl and my wife.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Okay, now the next question that we have, why did you decide to write the song Open Your Mouth and Say Something? Why did you decide?
You know, that was a warm-up song for the TP Mobb. It was a warm-up song. We on Come On Saints, give it up, give up the highest praise. Come on. Yeah. That was how I needed the sopranos to be on a D flat. I needed the altos to be on a B flat. And I needed the tenors to be on an F, because that was gonna exercise a good part of your voice, you know? Yes. So it was intentional to put it in B flat minor. I was very intentional about that.
Right.
So I wanted them to sing there. And so it was just a warm up. Come on, Saints, give it up. And it was kind of funky because I love the funk. I love the funk now. And so we're like, and so it was a bounce. It was just like, hey, hey. And then the bands loved playing it, you know, my band.
Right.
And so one of my managers was like, yep, you need to do something with that song. Because that's all it was, Teresa. That's all it was. Come on, Saints, give up the highest praise. That's all it was.
Wow.
Over and over
I would have never known that at all.
If I couldn't say a word, oh! Let's go to the 4. Musicians know what I'm talking about. When you go to the 4, if I couldn't say a word, I just wave my hand. And then so it just evolved. And then I said, okay, what can I do to make it evolve? And I thought about worship leaders.
That's it.
What do worship leaders do? Praise the Lord, everybody. Come on, praise the Lord. Come on and clap your hands. Come on and open up your mouth. Open up your mouth and say.
That's it. Oh, I love it. And that's how you put it all together.
And so I said, okay, so the ending vamp needs to be, open your mouth, say something.
Love it.
Open your mouth. And I said, oh, I think they're going to like that.
Oh,
you know? And I didn't know, but we started just putting all those elements together with it. Man, people just went crazy.
It's an anointed song, powerful song.
And then spiritually speaking, you have to speak things into existence.
Absolutely.
You have the power to speak. God created the heaven and the earth by speaking. He could have thought, he could have waved his hand, I guess. He could have, but what did he do? He said, no, let there be light. He spoke it. He spoke it. So open your mouth.
That's it.
Say, so Brent, what do I say? If you don't know what to say, speak the word.
That's it.
You know, I'm more than a conqueror. I can do all things through Christ.
That's
Greater is he that is in me. So speak. You gotta speak. You know, and so spiritually and musically, that's how that song came about.
Oh man, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so the next question that we have, and thank you so much for answering that. The next question that we have is, what valuable lessons have you learned these past 2 years? So like 20 and 21. What are some of the things that you have taken away?
Valuable lessons.
Yes.
Our plans can be shifted by God's plans.
Absolutely. That's a true statement.
Humility.
Yes.
You never know what will happen.
We certainly
don't. We say that, we've said that, but before COVID, you never know what will happen. No. You can plan, but you never know what will happen.
That's it.
And to think that we're in our third year going through this thing called a global pandemic. We have seen movies about it. We have filled the box offices seeing movies about stuff like this. I remember showing up to Vegas right when the pandemic started, and to see the Las Vegas Strip with nobody on it.
Nobody. That's unheard of.
I'm not talking about kind of nobody. I'm talking about literally nobody.
Wow, that give you chills.
I thought about the movie. I just saw it recently. I rewatched this movie recently. I Am Legend, Will Smith.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
Watch that movie again, knowing what we've gone through in the last 2 years. It changes the way you receive the movie. It completely changes the way you see the movie. Because if you remember, he's in Manhattan, and the streets of Manhattan are barren. Nobody's on the street.
Nobody.
You already know that's real now.
That's it. Reality.
You know, those first couple of months of the pandemic, it was Times Square was empty. You know what I'm saying? So to see LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, with no one in it, y'all, I'm telling you, what I've learned from this, you never know.
You don't.
You never know what can happen. And it's been difficult for me, you know, just from an emotional standpoint. I'm used to grinding, I'm used to working, I'm used to being in front of the people, I'm used to doing what I'm doing. So being isolated, not good for me. You know, I could be, you know, I just praise the Lord and got into my word and praise and worship every day. You know, I'm sorry.
You want to be real.
There were some days I got into my word. But I must say, and I say it with authority, I failed a lot of days because I was depressed. I was depressed. I was angry. All my tours were getting canceled. I couldn't go anywhere. You know, there was a time. You remember the time in the pandemic where you couldn't even, you know, going to the grocery store was like a thing.
You didn't even want to do it.
You didn't want to do it. You couldn't go out to your favorite restaurant to eat. You could, you know, and it was like, oh my God, you know. And I remember some of my singers showed up on my birthday in 2020. They showed up, and I lived in a loft. In Southern Cal, and they showed up and started singing down the street. And I'm thinking, I hear music, I hear people singing. And then I said, wait a minute, that's my song. And I went out to my balcony, and they were down on the sidewalk, about 15 of them, singing my song. And I just broke down.
That gave you chills.
The crying that I did that day, I just couldn't believe, you know, because they knew I was trying to hold it together, Teresa. When I tell you, that thing just took me out. So I got a little better, you know, I started kind of getting into my own studio. It's hard for me to even write when I'm depressed, you know, and I have to admit, I was depressed, you know, I was depressed. And, you know, I'm not going to be that gospel artist that tells you, oh, I never get depressed. I just walk in Jesus all the time. Sorry. That ain't me, y'all. Pray for me or something. But
what you say,
you know, maybe I'm not mature or something. I don't know. But
you just being real. You being real with it.
Me and God were having some conversations. And I was like, God, what? Huh? And then to have to do it for another year in 2021. Oh my God.
Yes, it was enough 2020.
Oh my God. You know, so as we enter into this year, okay, we're almost done with the first month. Numbers are going back up. Hospitals are filling up again.
That's it.
Y'all, I'm telling you. Now, I've learned how to tap in. I know how. What I've learned is I got to turn off the news sometimes.
That's correct. Sometimes
I got to turn off Instagram because there's some new crazy people on Instagram. In these last 2 years, I feel like we've raised up a whole new crazy crowd, and it gets to my head, you know.
You're telling the truth. Turn on
it gets to your head. Sometimes you got, even as a grown, mature man, I got to get off social media because it makes me start feeling insecure about myself. You know,
got to get off.
So I said, okay, I'm not strong enough to do social media for 6 hours a day. I can't be posting everything. No, I need to go get in my jacuzzi. I need to go, take a walk on the beach. I need to go, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I get away from it. I got to see some trees and some ocean.
Absolutely.
So God, in those times, he reminds me, I know you're going through, but you see that water out there?
That's it.
I control that.
And that's the truth.
You see the sand that you're walking on?
That's it.
I know how many grains of sand are here on this beach.
Yes.
So I'm still in control.
He's still in control and still on the throne.
So you go ahead and cry. You can go ahead and be angry. You can go ahead and
it.
be depressed. But just know that I'm still here.
That's it.
You know,
I love it.
and that's been really my consolation. That's been my go-to. You know, spiritually speaking, it's just I hear this voice of God saying, I'm still here.
That's it.
You know, I'm still here, you know, and yeah, it's been rough for me though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry if I disappointed her. Oh, but Brent Jones was depressed. Yeah.
Listen, it's a lot of people that's like that, but you know what? They're not going to be transparent with it. So I appreciate you being honest.
I'm not the super saint. I'm not. I love God. I know his word, and
that's it.
You know, I feel like I'm a pastor. And,
that's it.
Let me tell you, this thing has woo. Lord have mercy.
It need to go wherever it came.
Right.
But it also, like how you said too, it also helps us to also realize we don't want to put off tomorrow what we could do today.
Right.
So because a lot of people say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day.
Right.
So the next question that I have is, can you tell us about some valuable lessons that you learned from others? Like others?
Take care of, I'm a watcher, I'm an only child, so I observe. I love just sitting on the beach and kind of just observing people. I love, I have a second home in Las Vegas. I don't gamble, whatever, and I'm not shading anybody who does, but I love Las Vegas for the entertainment value and, you know, all the shows that come here and all that. I love watching people. And so when I watch people, you know, observing people, what I've learned from people's failures and successes is that you have to take care of business. And I think of, and I apply it to scripture where it says, occupy until I come. Occupy, take care of your business, take care of the kingdom. Take care of the kingdom. That's why I'm on this thing. Take care of our kids. Yeah. Let's take care of our kids. Yeah. You know, our young people, not just our babies, but our young people, that whole 20 generation, that 20-something generation. That's a hard decade. You know, Teresa, that's a hard decade. It is. Because you're too old to be young, but you're too young to be old, and you coming out of high school and coming out of college, and now you got to start making grown folks decisions, and you're influenced by a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be life coaches for that Generation Z crowd. I feel like we owe it to them to be life coaches. Absolutely. You know, we can learn a lot from them, but they dang sure can learn a lot from us. You know, so what the lessons that I've learned are, you said it, don't put off today what you can, don't put off till tomorrow to what you can do today. So procrastination, stop that. Take care of your business. Take care of your business. Take care of your business. And don't judge yourself according to what everybody else is doing. I love because that emotion puts weight on your emotion, and when you put weight on your emotion, that brings depression, and it makes you lazy because you just start thinking, oh, I'm a failure. Oh, well, I guess I can't do it, and so you start procrastinating more. You know, so you have to give yourself the affirmations that I can do it. I can do it. You know, I don't even feel like I can do it, but God said I can. So I'm going to just believe him over me. You know what I'm saying? He's smarter than me. He's more intelligent than me, you know? So those are the lessons that I think I learned. Absolutely. Like it said, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Through him. Yeah. All things. Yeah. So the next question that I have is, can you tell us, how did you come up with faith over fear? Fear and faith can't live together. Yes, fear and faith can't live together. That's it, fear and faith. Well, I definitely wanted it to have some kind of Caribbean vibe. Yes. Okay? Because I plan musically sometimes, intentionally about music what I'm going to do. I wanted a Caribbean vibe. My best friend is from Ghana.
Listen, you did
and,
it.
you know, he's not on the record, but I wanted, he's from TP Mobb. And he was always on the TP Mobb records doing the Caribbean hip hop stuff. And so I wanted this record to not be void of that still. So we went to Jamaica and kind of gave it that flair.
Oh, Jamaica.
And I said, now what can we say? What do we say in this moment? I don't want it just to be a groove, but I want to say something.
Yeah.
I want to say something that's going to help and inspire and push someone over the edge when it comes to their journey. And I went to the last part of the song first. Fear and faith can't live together. Fear and faith. I love that. I said, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. Walk by faith. And that was cool to me.
Yeah.
With that little beat.
Yes. A great beat.
You know, it had to be something that choirs can sing.
Yes.
You know, it had to be something that the sopranos, altos, and tenors can get together and sing and enjoy singing it together. So you walk by faith and knowing that fear and faith can't live together. Does not mean you're not going to have some fear sometimes. I said they can't live together.
They can't live together.
Yeah, but your living room may have some fear, but your kitchen may have the faith.
That's it.
And then they're gonna tussle because they can't live in the same house. They certainly can't. They can't live in the same house. Now, they may try.
That's it.
But they can't live in the same house. So you're gonna have days of fear, you're gonna have days of faith, but they can't be in the same house together. No. You know, if fear comes in your house one day, you have to recognize it. Okay, I'm scared. Okay, know that it's spirit. I'm scared. Okay, God, you know what I'm afraid of. You know me. You know what I'm about. You know what makes me feel some kind of way. I'm having a day of fear. But my suggestion to y'all,
yes, don't
let fear stay in your house long.
Kick it out.
Whatever you need to do to get it out, maybe you need to go hang around the homies. Maybe you need to, go see a movie. Maybe you need, but find a way to get your faith back. It may be just getting into the word.
Yes.
It may be praying, but find a way.
Find a way.
Okay, don't you stay in that fear place. Because see, what happens with fear, since it's a spirit, you'll start getting used to it.
That's true.
You'll start like, oh, okay, this is the way it is. It is what it is. No.
You gotta go.
Find a way to get it out. So faith can get back in your rooms. Absolutely. Faith can start getting it back in your atmosphere in your own home. So it was, that. And my wife is such a wife of faith, and I started saying, baby, what do you think about a faith song? A real faith song. Yeah. Where you actually say the word faith. She says, I think it's time for you to push the envelope there. So we said, fear and faith can't live together. That was the big vamp,
It was, and it still is.
Yeah.
That's a powerful song.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next question that I have is going to go to your next song. Tell us the history behind Don't Wait Till Midnight. Because that's a powerful one too.
TP Mobb. That's the TP Mobb song. We did it with Coco from SWV. One of my favorite singers in the entire world, even today. Wow. I heard her voice in the early 90s doing I'm So Into You.
Oh, yes.
Don't know what I'm gonna do. And I was like, whoever is singing that,
yes,
I want to sing a song for me that I write.
Oh, and wow.
So I wanted a song that's a ballad, and I was going through a little time in my 20s in my life, and I was kind of having some successes, and then some calamity came, and here I was down on my knees.
Yes.
And although God doesn't throw shade like that, but I kind of felt like in my musical head or my creative head, what if God was, feeling a little offended that all of a sudden you having some stuff in your life that's bringing you grief. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you want to pray. We ain't heard from you in 2 or 3 years. Now all of us, it's almost like God is having it has an attitude a little bit,
That's it.
And so that's what it was. It was like a conversation, and it was like, don't wait till midnight.
That's it.
You are a stranger until there's danger. And that ain't right.
That ain't right.
You say that you love me and can't live without me. And why do you call me only when you need me? It was like God throwing a little shade.
Oh, wow. I'm glad he threw whatever he threw.
It was like God throwing a little shade, like, whatever. Okay. Wow. Hello, my child. I see you on your knees. Must be midnight, because I ain't seen you in a long time. I know you're sad.
Wow.
I'm so glad you took the time out to call me.
I love it. Wow.
Here's a shade, though. You must be in trouble. I see you on your knees and you called me on the double. Midnight's the only time when I can hear from you. Wish I could hear you when your skies are blue. Don't wait till midnight.
Boom.
And Teresa, it was so crazy because that song is still in high rotation in Los Angeles.
I believe it.
On the R&B station, not the gospel station, on the R&B station.
On the R&B station.
They play on the R&B station, and they have been playing it for over 20 years.
Oh, my Lord.
They will not take it out of rotation because it's still one of the biggest recommended songs.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And people want to hear "Don't Wait Till Midnight." Even like New Year's Eve, getting ready to go into New Year.
Yes.
"Don't Wait Till Midnight" was being played in LA.
Wow.
So it's been a blessing.
I'm glad you had that experience with the Lord, because I tell you that song is all that and then some. I see why they still
right. And so then we did it on the new record to kind of give it a choir version, because I wanted ministers of music to know that it doesn't have to have those real sexy, intimate vocals like the first one. Right. You could do it with your choir. You could teach it to the sopranos, altos, and tenors and have a big sound, and the ministry is going to be there, And so that's why we did it, and I led it a little bit, and, I passed the mic a little bit. And so I do not get off any stage without doing Don't Wait Till Midnight. Still one of the biggest requested songs.
Listen, I can't wait to hear the revamp with the new one that you did. I can't wait. That's gonna be
it's on Open Your Mouth and Say Something. It's on that.
Oh, the same one that I have already.
Yeah, same one you have.
Okay.
You need to go back and listen to the original one where I did it with Coco.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Go listen to it with Coco. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that one then.
You'll love it.
Okay, so the next question I have, you already mentioned one favorite artist, but who are some other favorite artists of yours?
Gospel or mainstream? Which one?
It could be both.
Okay.
However you want to give it to me.
I'm always a fan of producer teams. So Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam, Teddy Riley, Babyface, songwriters and producers. I love them. I mean, it's just their catalog, the way they approach music, that's as far as artistry is concerned. Wow. Janet Jackson. I mean, my goodness.
Janet Jackson.
I mean, as an artist and songwriter and songs, that it's important. I love, and I'm really excited to see them in concert. They're going on tour this year. New Edition, Jodeci.
Oh, New Edition.
Woo! Y'all, I'm an R&B fool. Real talk. Give me some old school R&B. So New Edition, Jodeci, and Uncle Charlie Wilson, they're going on tour this year. I got my tickets for 2 cities. So
you said 2 cities?
For 2 cities. Yeah, I'm giving them a lot of my money this year. So if COVID don't shut them down, I'm going. Some of the new artists that I'm really enjoying. I love Chris Brown. I love Jasmine Sullivan. Lord have mercy. Woo.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Lord have mercy. That child is just gospel. John P. Key.
Oh yeah.
Number 1.
Oh yeah.
Clark Sisters.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's it for me.
That's home runners, all of them.
And then Ricky Dillard.
Ricky Dillard. Okay, I knew you were going to tell me that, Ricky Dillard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. So tell us about some of your upcoming projects some of the upcoming projects?
Yeah, so the new record is called Nothing Else Matters. It's just a continuation of Open Your Mouth and Say Something. It's just some good old Sunday morning choir jams. It's just a continuation of that. I have my new record with The Fire, My Kids. That's going to be coming out. And I got some more urban TP Mobb-ish sounding stuff that's coming out this year too. So I'm all over the place musically because that's just how I am creatively. But yeah, Nothing Else Matters is the new record for the gospel music industry. I'm really excited about the record. I'm excited about being on the road and coming doing workshops with you and teaching you this music. I mean, the music is crazy. I mean, there's some worship stuff on there, some feel good mid-tempo, and there's some good old R&B ballady kind of stuff, sound and stuff, but it's all to God, and it's very Sunday morning. You could teach it to your praise team, you could teach it to your choir, what have you. So yeah, more of that is coming this year.
That's going to be really awesome. I can't wait. That's going to be really, really
Thank you. Yeah.
And then if you could tell us what's the best way that they can contact you for bookings, workshops?
For booking. So again, Brent Jones Sound is my website. BrentJonesSound.com. Okay. On Instagram, Brent Jones Music, at Brent Jones Music. Hit me up. Facebook, Brent Jones. And here you go. The phone number. Are you ready? Area code 310-740-6429. Area code 310-740-6429.
Okay, very good.
Guess who's going to answer the phone?
Brent Jones.
Me.
And that's the truth. Okay, and thank you so much for it. And is there anything else that you would like to mention at this time that that you would like to mention?
No, well, I need everybody to go get vaccinated and boosted. Do that for me, please. Wherever you feel about it, all the conspiracy theories and all that stuff.
Get it done.
Yo, 99% of the people who are dying are unvaccinated. That is science. That is fact. Go get vaccinated.
Get it done.
And if you gotten vaccinated, go get your booster. Okay. Let's get our churches open again. I salute every pastor that is pushing through this season. It's got to be absolutely hard and difficult. And so I salute you, pastors, for doing it. But people of God, let's help our community. Let's help each other, and let's go get vaccinated. Let's go get vaccinated.
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. I appreciate that. And then, perfect. So do you have any last, thank you for those comments you have. I just want to make sure we're covering everything. So is there anything else that you can think of at this time?
I think I'm good. I think I've covered everything. I know you're hearing from me. Let's just take care of each other. Let's love each other, and let's support each other. Let's encourage each other. There's enough negativity out in the world now.
That's true.
I'm praying for Regina King. Both my wife and I are absolutely heartbroken. I could just imagine how I would feel if someone called me and told me my baby girl was gone. Lord have mercy. I just can't believe. So prayers go out for her. And let's just take care of each other.
I love it. Well, Brent Jones, it's been a pleasure having you here today. And can't wait to get you here to Florida. My brother, from your sister in Florida to my brother over there in LA. We love you dearly. Look forward to nothing but great things. May God continue to enlarge your territory.
Amen.
Enlarge your territory from coast to coast, city to city, state to state. And we know that he's more than qualified to be able to do that. We can't thank you enough for being on the Triumphant Magazine show. And
congratulations on a great platform for you. This magazine, when I saw it, it was classy and visually amazing. Keep that up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't try to make me cry now. But thank you so much. To God be the glory. To God be. And I, like I said a minute ago, we definitely want to have you back again when you start, when you get your CD out. We want to bring you back. Okay,
Definitely.
so definitely be blessed and take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you real soon.
God bless you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
God bless.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.